The sarafu basically help us to supplement the Kenyan money.
Anybody with any phone can use sarafu.
We're not trying to replace Kenyan shillings, we're trying to give a stopgap or fill a gap that's missing. And there's just a huge gap.
At first I thought it was like sort of a joke. How do we introduce a new currency into a new community?
Baya, maana vile tumekuwa na hayo mafundisho hapa, hiyo inaweza ikatusaidia pakubwa sana.
What if these simple mobile phones could go even further in making Kenyans' lives easier? Here in Kilifi, in the south of the country, almost everyone owns one, even in the poorest neighborhoods. And with the devices, Kenyans can use Sarafu. It's a blockchain-based community inclusion currency that can be used for everything from buying food to paying for meals out. And it works without the internet.
Hi Mwanasha, how are you? She really makes delicious meals and super affordable.
Mwanasha started using Sarafu this year.
Yeah, I like Sarafu because some people are coming with, they have no money. I said, let me give you maybe 500 Sarafu and then the rest some money. It is better to me. Yeah, it is nice.
So this is the number to send to. You dial the code, this code, *483 *46 hash. You put this number and you send the amount of money in Sarafu.
Jambi Joroge works for Grassroots Economics, the organization promoting the Sarafu currency.
So anybody with any phone, whether feature phone or any phone, can use Sarafu.
She's been working for the non-profit organization for 3 years, trying to boost community development through economic empowerment. And much of that relies on the new payment system.
Previously, people could not afford a lot of things, but now they can. If someone has around 100 Kenya shillings, they would wonder if to pay for education or buy food. But in this case, nowadays, they're able to buy food and save that Kenya shillings to pay for education.
In the village of Takaungu, near Kilifi, the system has already helped people like Boniface. Today, the coconut oil producer's taken delivery of the most important ingredient for his product.
11.5 kgs. Yeah. Fine? Yeah. Now I'm going to cash him 230 Kenyan money and I send him 230 Saraf. 079999, enter amount, then I send. It helps a lot because sometimes my money is not enough to acquire the product. And when someone is rolling Sarafu, then I can supplement that.
Tunaipenda kwa sababu kuna kama hotelini waweza kununua kwa sarafu ama hapa tunkuja tutaka mafuta tununua kwa sarafu.
Although people in Takaungu have been using Sarafu, it's still relatively unknown elsewhere. The organization's going from village to raise awareness and teach people about cryptocurrency and blockchain. They head into the most remote of places. Today, they're in Majajani, a village nestled between the mangrove and a creek. As for every presentation on Sarafu, Jambi is accompanied by the man who invented it.
Huyu ni mkubwa wetu, yeye ndiye founder, yeye ndiye mwanzishi wa hii sarafu. Anaitwa Mr. William Radick.
Mimi ni Willy. Nimekaa hapa tangu zamani sasa, I think 13 years. Mpaka niko na mtoto ni Mkenya. Anaenda shule hapo Kilifi. I feel like Kenya kind of just chose me. I was born in the US, in California. And I was always kind of an activist. There was a Peace Corps program, which was like a US volunteer program. And this was the place where they had placed me. That sense of being of service was kind of always what I wanted to do. I had been studying these community currencies for quite some time, and the concept of decentralization really excited me. I just thought, you know, if there's one thing that people kind of haven't been empowered around, that is how they create their own value systems and how they trade those value systems amongst each other.
Umeshasikia Sarafu Network? Ama sarafu? Nani atajaribu kutuambia ni nini amejua? Umesikia nini kuhusu sarafu mzee?
Ni uhusiano wa pesa.
Haya, sasa hamjapotea, ni kweli sarafu ni pesa ya jamii, inatumika wakati kuna uhaba wa pesa ya Kenya.
So kama ukiimagine like kama hii ni kijiji sasa, right? And pia ikiwa kuna pesa inaenda hivi, inaenda kununua nini? Sukari. Pesa inaingia hapa kama ukifanya mambo ya dobi ama majengo. So hii ni pesa hapa inaingia, pesa inatoka. Si ndio? Lakini ikiwa hii ni zaidi ya hii, kuna shida. Ikiwa pesa inatoka haraka kuliko inaingia, kuna shida ya uchumi hapa. Si ndio? Lakini nataka nini kuona indani, ikiwa indani uko na uchumi mwenzako na pesa ya kidundu, hii ikizunguka hapa, haijalishi hii na hii.
Hiyo benki ni benki yoyote ama?
So kwa hii tunatumia computers kufanya hiyo banking. So kama kila mtu, like kwa dunia, we're using, inaitwa blockchain. So kila mtu wako na server, that server inapiga chapa account ya wote.
Kwa sababu pengine yani kuna urahisi wa kupata vitu mbali na usafiri kwenda kama Mnarani ama Kilifi. Hapa tu na vitu ambavyo
it's an honor to be able to, just push people in that direction and just saying, okay, yeah, you guys can do it.
Will Ruddock's ideas won support from big humanitarian organisations like the Danish and the Kenyan Red Cross. Priyanka Patel has been implementing the Sarafu program in Manyani, near Mombasa, for a year.
You guys are selling clothes?
Yes.
Yeah, so she accepts Sarafu, right?
Yes.
How the Kenya Red Cross has operated before is we've done a lot of food relief items during disasters, before, after as well. We came out of that and we gave them a bit of cash as well. So we give them an amount of 3,000 to 5,000 Kenyan shillings on a monthly basis. However, cash runs out. It's not sustainable. Once the 3,000 shilling is over, they're back to square one. And Will had this great idea, so we felt, okay, let's give it a shot. If you have Sarafu, you don't have to always rely on national currency, at least for your daily needs in the house. So a lot of the children actually, we find them coming here for their lunch and break time, right? To eat chapatis. And you accept Sarafu for all the dishes you make. So as you can see, her shop is very basic, it's very small. And what we've done here during the implementation is we've got every beneficiary part of a chama. So they have enrolled themselves into groups, and the group then kind of shares the sarafus as well. Any given point, even when they have an income generation activity, then they share out the profits.
It's a bit like a cooperative. The Red Cross donated equipment to help locals get started and set up chamas to use Sarafu.
So this group decided to have a poultry farm, and then the money that they get is divided amongst the 24 members of the group.
Today, there are more than 60,000 users of Sarafu in Kenya. That's led to $3 million worth of trade between users. But Ruddock believes the project goes further than trade.
Kahindi, good morning. So what is here?
Tomatoes, eggplants, chilies.
His goal is to make people more autonomous and their agriculture sustainable.
Just on the humanitarian side, a lot of what we're doing is also bringing in capacity for the communities to offer more goods and services to each other. And so this is a technique called syntropic agroforestry. They can keep crops growing even in really the driest seasons. And so this is something that's helped a lot. And really the community currency has helped them create a credit against their future production on that land. And so they have an excuse and a way now to finance the regeneration of their own soils.
Ruddock wants to spread a philosophy and hopes to offer Kenyans an economic alternative.
Hey, Nia, you want some kombucha? You're hiding.
I'm hiding from the
Come on.
He says he believes in a more altruistic financial system.
I mean, I'd been around blockchain, even Bitcoin since it started. This was when I had been studying a lot of these systems, and I I hated it. I hated the fact that, most blockchain tokens, they're made to be speculative. And that's sort of the opposite way that we think about community currencies, right?
While the privileged society with more financial stability is able to invest in cryptos, we should also see how that platform of blockchain can benefit the community.
Most of our beneficiaries are women, and it feels awesome to raise another woman up. I'm super proud. I love doing what I do because every day we are here means another day, another home gets a meal.